A man in a superhero mask and a sword stole magic cards from a game store. A lawyer was trapped by a cat filter on a Zoom call and had to inform the judge he is not, in fact, a cat. And an 81-person orgy was broken up for violating COVID-19 curfew. These are the weird stories for Wednesday on Weird AF News. This is the only daily weird news podcast hosted by, you said it, a comedian in a closet. A man wearing a Flash superhero mask and using a sword stole some magic cards from a game store. Police in New Westminster are looking for a man who brought a sword into a store last week and stole some game cards. This guy. The nerdiest crime in history, they're calling it. This beats that guy who broke into Comic-Con, stole some comic books. He stole gaming cards. Who even wants gaming cards these days, right? Although they're probably worth a shit ton of money. What do I know? Police say workers saw the suspect putting several Magic the Gathering card packs into a bag. And it's Magic the Gathering of all cards. Who even plays this game anymore? I played this game way back in who knows when. I think I was in high school. I actually... did I just admit that to the world that I played Magic the Gathering? Guys, forget that. Forget I said that, okay? Not true. Oh, just a rumor. I was busy getting laid, okay? I wasn't playing Magic the Gathering, all right? Come on now. I actually really enjoyed Magic the Gathering, I admit. So when an employee at the store confronted this guy that was putting Magic the Gathering card bundles into his sack, police say he brandished a very curved sword and then ran away. He ran away with the Magic the Gathering bundles. My goodness, with his curved sword. What kind of sword is curved? Police tell us the suspect was wearing a red and yellow face mask with the lightning logo of the Flash on it. Well, that narrows it down. That's everybody who goes to that damn store. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, it appears. No geeks tried to stop him? Hey, man. You just, seriously? Put down those card bundles, Buster. You think I'm afraid of your curved sword? I got some nunchucks in my trunk. Police tell the media that the suspect was wearing a red and yellow... Oh, I already said that. The suspect is also described as a white man who is between 20 and 40 years old. How do you know that? He was wearing a mask. You know, he's a white guy between 20 and 40? Throw a dart, bro. He had a bandage on his left hand. Ooh, another clue. That was from practicing with the sword before he went in the store. Yeah, he was out in the parking lot, like, swinging it around. In addition to the mask, he was wearing a dark-colored rain jacket with a hood, a dark T-shirt, gray pants, and white runners with dark-colored laces. He was carrying a large blue Costco brand cooler bag. If you have any information, you're asked to call investigators at 604-525-5411. Do you guys have any information on this dork? No one's going to find this guy. He's going right back to his grandma's basement where he lives. He's going to be playing with his other Magic the Gathering crew who have no idea what a badass he really is. He's probably telling them, yeah, guys, see these cards right here? Stole them. Yep. Went in with my sword and my mask on. Just took what I wanted, and I was out the door. Just like the Flash, man. I was gone in a flash. Police don't even know. They're probably looking for me. They're like, yeah, whatever, Marty. This guy's always talking about how he's robbing stores with his curved sword. Bunch of bullshit, dude. Seriously. You don't have the balls to do that. No, man, I do. Want to come with me? I'll steal some Pokemon. Watch what I do. A Texas lawyer mistakenly used a cat filter on an important Zoom call with a judge, informs the judge that he is not, in fact, a cat, wants to make it known. I just watched the video. It is hilarious. You must Google, what's the title of this? Kitten Zoom filter mishap. I can't do it justice how funny it is. The rundown is this. A Texas lawyer accidentally left a kitten filter on during a video conference call with a judge and was unable to change it. Eventually responding to a judge's question about why he was being addressed by a digital feline by saying, I'm here. I'm not a cat. Actually, I'm not a cat. He was indeed using the cat filter mistakenly and didn't know how to shut it off. Hilarity ensued. As you know, the pandemic has prompted many computer mishaps as many of the world's workers adapt to working from home in the face of the pandemic. They have ranged from the inadvertently hilarious to the, in fact, career-ending when someone was caught masturbating on a Zoom call. But the lawyer here that used the cat filter mistakenly Rod Pontins is destined to achieve viral immortality if this video continues to go the way it's going. Already has 1.2 million views currently as I look at it. Amazing. Faced with hearing legal debate from the kitten's cute but worried face, Judge Roy Ferguson of Texas's 394th Judicial District told the lawyer, "I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to change that." The lawyer/kitten interrupts the judge, panicked, saying, "Can you hear me, Judge?" The judge says, "I can hear you. I think you have a filter on." Yes, and I don't know how to remove it, he says. "I've got my assistant here. She's trying to remove the filter, but I'm prepared to go forward with this. I'm here. I'm not a cat. I'm not a cat." "Yes, I can see that you're not a cat." That's basically how it goes down, but you might want to watch it yourself. It's tremendously hilarious. Judge Ferguson had a good attitude about it, and he used this as a teachable moment. He tweeted, "If a child used your computer before you join a virtual hearing, check the Zoom video options to be sure that your filters are off. These fun moments are a byproduct of the legal profession's dedication to ensuring that the justice system continues to function in these tough times. Everyone involved handled it with dignity, and the filtered lawyer showed incredible grace. True professionalism all around, I must say." Well, this judge really has a sense of humor. It is so funny, though, and because the cat is so damn cute. That's what really brings it to life here. I tell you, if you really want to take advantage of the situation, just let this fly and encourage others to use these filters in very serious conference calls with lawyers and judges. Why not? Because they're so boring, these meetings, right? These virtual Zoom meetings, with judges and lawyers and administrators. My goodness. Just use a filter. Use a dinosaur filter. Use a Barney filter. Whatever. You want to be a tulip? Who cares? Just anything to bring a little excitement to these meetings, right? What do you think? Yay! You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. An orgy involving 81 people was broken up for violating COVID-19 curfew. An 81-person orgy at a French warehouse was broken up by police for violating a coronavirus curfew. The sex party in Collegian, about 20 miles outside of Paris, also featured booze, sound systems, and light installations. Ooh, those evil light installations and sound systems. My goodness. Police responded to the party at 9 p.m., 3 hours after France's curfew. At first, they found 11 people in the parking lot. Once authorities were able to legally enter the warehouse at around 11, they discovered the orgy. The event was in breach of the curfew, and there were also problems with masks and social distancing. Investigators say, "Oh, no shit, it's an orgy, and they weren't social distancing? Get out of here." They weren't wearing masks. It wasn't like an eyes wide shut situation. Here's a quote from the police. "Those involved in the party cooperated with the police, and there was no resistance to the police." That wasn't a French accent, though. I screwed that up totally. Let me try it again. "Those involved in the party cooperated with the police, and no resistance to the police." 81 people were fined for breaking curfew. Wow, they got a lot of money out of this orgy, I tell you. 3 people were suspected of organizing this orgy, and they were questioned by the police. That's it, just questioned? Wow, these dirty French people. You can't expect them to not gather for an 81-person orgy. These smelly French people. I don't even understand why anyone would want to have an orgy with a bunch of French people. They don't shower. Jonesy, that's so cruel. I know, it's just jokes, guys. It's jokes. Seriously, though, they don't shower. They really smell, especially Parisians. Jonesy, that's terrible. I know, it's terrible. I should apologize. I'm sorry to all the French people that don't listen to my podcast. No, I seriously don't have a single person in France that listens, I don't think. They're all busy at orgies. They have no time for podcasts. They're having orgies during a pandemic. You know how the French are. My goodness. With their loose morals, those French. My goodness. My favorite part of the story is how the police were banging on the door for 2 hours before they got in, and people were still having the orgy. They had not stopped. Nobody was like, "Guys, the police are outside." Might want to stop having the orgy. Might want to break up the pile of people that's going on in here. The police are in the parking lot. They've arrested our friends. They've texted us. Might want to break it up, guys. Might want to turn this orgy into a tea party or something. How do you disguise an orgy? I don't know. First thing is get your clothes on, put your mask on. That's a start. The other thing that I like about it is that people cannot seem to go without orgies during a pandemic. This isn't the first one that I've covered. Like, can you go a few months without an orgy? What is wrong with you? Can you not control yourself? Like, get together in small gatherings that no one's going to break up with a police force. Like, you could probably still have some threesomes, like really on the side. No one's going to know. Okay. Your neighbor won't even hear it. Right. But to go to an orgy during the COVID-19 with curfews in order, like how? Control yourself, man. Are people like, man, it's been 6 months and I haven't had an 80-person orgy. I got to get to one. Like, please check yourself. You have a problem. You really do. Hey, weirdos. Thanks for being with me again. I appreciate your presence. I want to give a major shout out and love to someone who sent me a lovely care package the other day. Matt Mungia or Munguia. I hope I said your last name right. He sounds like a lovely Italian boy. Matt sent me a nice care package with masks, a nice Bigfoot mug, a Bigfoot sticker, and some other treats that I won't mention. Unbelievable. I was so pleased to get this care package. It was one of the best gifts I've got all year. And so I just want to say thanks to Matt for taking the time to send me that stuff. I so appreciate that. It's the support I get from the listeners of this show that make it all worthwhile to me. And you guys have been so generous with your support and your love for the show. And I just can't thank you all enough. I've gotten many care packages. I got Christmas gifts. I've gotten donations. People have joined the Patreon. And I appreciate all of that. I really do. So thank you. Thank you, Matt. Thanks to all of you who have supported the show by sending me something or sharing it on your social media or telling a neighbor or a friend or a relative about it. All of that is great. And for those of you who have written me reviews, I also so much appreciate that. And if you'd like to leave a review, you can go to Apple Podcasts or iTunes or Amazon. Those are the places that I typically go to look for my reviews. And super helpful. You can also join the Patreon by going to patreon.com/weirdafnews. Or you can just reach out to me if you want to send me something. So my email is funnyjones@gmail.com. Call the show if you'd like to, 646-450-2012. This is a nice, short, sweet episode, isn't it? It's lovely. Let's keep it that way. I'll see you tomorrow.